We live in a world where one season of good TV, followed by 2 seasons of bad, will net you a $200 million creative job. I clearly picked the wrong business.
Ladies and gentlemen, hiss and foes, welcome to the Culture Casino!
When Jonah Nolan and Lisa Joy brought Westworld to Warner Media's HBO, it was met with both fan and critical praise. Reportedly, the couple had worked on the project for many, many years just to get the first season right. The effort that was spent was reflected on the screen with an elaborately crafted world and storytelling rivaling the likes of Lord of the Rings and even the original Star Wars trilogy. Then came the following 2 seasons, of course, of politically charged, underwhelming television that lost viewers very quickly. You know something is headed in the wrong direction or downward when the stories about the record viewing of the premiere episode is not followed with stories of equally glowing numbers throughout the rest of the season. When Warner Media had originally slated the program Westworld for a 5-year window, with Jonah and Lisa for the series, at the end of Season 2, that window seemed to tighten up quite a bit. With the lackluster reception by fans in Season 3, the 5-year plan seemed to go out of the window. As Season 3 was actually reaching its series finale, an agreement for Season 4 was reached. Details on the 4th season have yet to be reported, but many see the writing on the wall for this show, and a rumored shortened season seems likely. As the HBO platform HBO Max launched, the new Warner Media streaming service, there was need for as much original content as they could find or muster. And the logical conclusion is that with a show that was already in production, it's easier to squeeze more life out of it than to invest in additional production development. But that, of course, is the past. Let's look at what the future holds, shall we? Yesterday, we were gifted with the news that the new Amazon series was in development by the power couple, revolving around Bethesda's game franchise, Fallout. Now, this is a highly successful gaming franchise. It has been successful by telling the stories of its characters and the world in which they live after a devastating nuclear war. What's scary about this series is that the incentive to make it is so overwhelming. It seems that a poison pill was placed in the contract called a commitment penalty. A commitment penalty is simply stated in the recent Hollywood Reporter article as such. That means that if Amazon execs like the script, Fallout would bypass the traditional pilot stage and go directly to series, or if it is passed over, all involved would be paid out as if it had. A writer is not currently attached. So it looks like a script could equal a payday even if there is no show. So why not just make the show, right? I assume that regardless of the story quality or the inevitable forced political narrative, this show will be on Amazon Prime no matter what. What I find amusing is the joint statement that was made by Jonah and Lisa. Fallout is one of the greatest game series of all time. Each chapter of this insanely imaginative story has cost us countless hours we could have spent with family and friends. So we are incredibly excited to partner with Todd Howard and the rest of the brilliant lunatics at Bethesda to bring this massive, subversive, and darkly funny universe to life with Amazon Studios. Things I expect in this series are as follows. A female-centric story. Men are all bad in the end. Forced diversity. Wide deviation from source material. And preaching moral superiority. I have always wanted my favorite game franchises to make it onto television or film. The Witcher is the best example of this, doing exactly what we'd hope for right now. The Hitman film with Timothy Olyphant was another example of doing the character correctly. Halo, which is actually in production with Showtime, looks like a potential dumpster fire with race swapping at the very least, and all the other current year garbage inserted at its worst. The recent announcement of The Last of Us 2 was paired with an announcement of a show in development at HBO. If they are smart, they will pull up stakes on that project right away, as the reception to the sequel game has been mixed at best, and the sales numbers are continuing to fall off. When it comes to any form of media these days, I expect the worst, but I hope for the best. With the Fallout show that looks like it has to be made, I am more than a little bit apprehensive. That unease is only elevated as I find out that the chief liar and manipulator at Bethesda would be involved. That's right, as mentioned before, Todd Howard is part of the production team. Yes, I know it's expected, but after the pile of broken, burning garbage that Fallout 76 was, I would hope Bethesda would actually provide a real, honest-to-goodness creative for this project. Since this will actually air on Amazon Prime when it's ultimately released, I will be there to check it out, of course, and to review it. This will likely be 2 years or so from now, but hey, it should be worth the YouTube content even then. So what do you think? Do you think that it's a good idea for these particular people to acquire a gaming franchise and try to put a television program in place, which actually is in a position where it has to be made? I don't think so. Feel free to respond or comment down below in the comments section, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I would truly appreciate that. Just like I appreciate you spending a few moments of time here with me every time I put a content piece together 3 times, 4 times a week. So thank you. If you wouldn't mind, take a few moments to support other independent YouTube creators, because they're out there working hard for you, and the YouTube algorithm punishes them in favor of larger creators. Aside from that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands. Do that for at least 20 seconds, guys. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.